your mortality. You know, it's weird.
Interesting note, you don't actually feel mortality until you get to around the age of 25 when your frontal lobe fully develops.
That's probably why as kids.
I beg to differ.
Generally speaking, at least, most people.
Looks at all the death I've been surrounded by.
Most people
60.
tend to realize their own mortality after they break a couple of bones or they interact things. But it's why most teenagers have this issue of like doing a bunch of really stupid shit is because they literally are not
hang out
capable of
around
processing
animals
themselves.
much, do you?
No, not most teenagers.
I learned mortality when I was like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a lot of dogs and cats.
Yeah. Most teenagers, though,
I
they
know not to fuck with snakes,
God, I hate
traffic,
snakes.
or other animals, frankly.
I know a lot of teenagers that prefer to walk in the middle of the road for fun.
Why? That's dumb.
That is so stupid. I hate it so much. I see that all the time. The dumb fucks that come walking down the road to our little, like, you know, suburban area down here. They walking down the middle of the road. I'm just looking at them like, you're gonna get run over if you don't get in the middle.
Okay, question. What side of the road do you walk on?
I walk on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Well, when there's no sidewalk, I mean, like.
I'm usually either in the grass or at the very edge of the.
Yeah, if there's no sidewalk, then it depends on which direction I'm walking. But generally speaking, I'm on the very edge of the.
Okay, but what you're supposed to do though? This is something I found out a few years ago.
Oh.
What you're supposed to do is if you're walking or biking, you're supposed to go in the direction, like in the normal direction, but on the opposite side. So you're supposed to be in like the left lane, so that you can see oncoming traffic.
Huh.
I guess that makes
Because
sense.
if you're in the right lane or on the right lane, and a car is coming up behind you and you don't hear it or notice it,
could be bad.
then it's just gonna run you over from behind. But if you're walking in a direction and the car is coming like head on towards you, you're gonna see it.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Right?
Because for me, whenever I walk down the road, because you know it's a little thing where it goes to like a roundabout and you come back and just leave the area. Because for me, whenever I'm coming walking, like, you know, going to the roundabout and a car comes up behind me and I have my earphones in my ear, it scares the daylights out of me.
Yeah, I don't walk with music on. I don't use music for like anything like washing dishes or anything like that. So when I'm walking, it's just me talking to myself or thinking to myself. But I'm typically on the side of the road where the cars are going in that direction. So if I'm like going, you know, towards somebody, I'm on the same direction as the car going towards somebody. And usually when a car comes up behind me, I just kind of step off of the road completely. And it's always concerned me because it's like, oh my god, there's something behind me. But
whenever I know that there's a car coming and I can see it, I get literally off the road and just stand there and wait for them to pass.
Oh, I keep walking, but
now you have a better option.
See, this conversation reminds me of a meme that I think Zero posted last night, where the two girls are walking down the side of the road. And then a car comes up, and the girl who was on the inner corner yeets her friend into the side of a building, trying to save her from the car.
God. Hot pocket.
Okay, where was that one?
I don't know. I think it's somewhat.
I like how I zone out, and all I hear is "Hi Pocket."
Paranoia. Yeah.
We're already streaming.
Yeah. I said it like 5 minutes ago.
You never said it.
I did. I said, okay, I'm sharing it, and now I'm going to be posting it. Okay, I'm going live.
You never said you were posting. You said you were sharing it.
You never said you were going live.
I did say I was going live.
You were going live.
Guys, he did say he's sharing it.
Yeah, he said he was sharing it. He never said he went live yet.
I definitely know, yeah.
Yeah, he said, I'm sharing it. I think that was him trying to tell us, hey, we're going live. And I think our brains just got so caught up in the conversation.
Yeah.
You were having, I was zoning out.
You should say
I was
what he
watching a grown man beat up children, and no, that's not a joke. Look in the Titans Clash chat.
Oh, because
the Doom thing? Yeah. Hot pocket, she says...
I may not have had that on loop and enjoying every moment of it.
Look, alright, so... I enjoyed the school fight in Cobra Kai up until the point where Miguel fell off the railing, and I'm like, oh shit!
Yeah. She says paranoia about someone swerving and hitting
ladies
you on
and gentlemen,
purpose,
if you're
anyone.
behind on
That
Cobra
almost
Kai, then
happened
that's
to
your
me.
fault.
I almost got hit by somebody at one point. I was actually walking with my brother. I was directly behind him. It was like 7 o'clock at night or so. And winter, and we're walking about to our house, and there's a little 4-way intersection that we have to pass, and so we were walking along thing, and this fucker
I know that intersection.
yeah, this fucker like turned sharply, from they like turned to the left and to get into our street while we were crossing, and the fucker turned sharply, and I had to literally jump out of the way directly behind my brother so it wouldn't hit me as it just sped on past.
I was almost run over in a parking lot by a car backing up.
Jesus Christ.
I nearly got ran over by a woman with a shopping cart.
How do you get run over by someone with a shopping cart?
Because the woman was barreling down the Walmart alleyway like a goddamn bat out of hell, and she nearly just zoomed right over me. And she had the gall to stop, look at me, and it's like, "Can you drive? Can you drive?" And I'm like, "What? If you can't drive, then stay on your side of the lane."
What?
And I'm just sitting there, it's like, "The fuck you talking about? You nearly ran me over. I'm just sitting here with my grandma."
Anyways, so
Titan Clash.
welcome everybody.
Only 20 minutes late.
Well,
I feel like
know,
everything that was
bloodworms.
discussed.
What are we gonna do about the bloodworms, guys?
Yeah.
Burn them.
Good question.
So welcome to another
have
episode
booze and a
of
lighter.
Titan's Clash, everybody. So last episode was a very fun one. Most of you guys almost certainly got infected. Let me look real quick at Sasuke's
I need to know something about because I'm not exactly sure about this for Deathclaw physiology.
Mm-hmm.
But would Winchester technically be
Negative
cold-blooded?
6. Would what?
Is Winchester technically cold-blooded?
I don't know.
I think so. Hang on.
Remember,
I don't know if lizards are cold. I'm pretty sure lizards are cold blood, right? But I don't know. If,
lizards themselves are actually.
But I don't know if they
cold-blooded.
are.
Some lizards. That's saying some lizards, not all of them, for
I
whatever
think
reason.
salamanders are warm-blooded though, right? Or are they?
I don't know what type. The Deathclaws are based off a very specific animal.
I would say
Jackson chameleons.
Yeah, so I don't know if they were cold-blooded. If they're cold-blooded, then I would say yes. And
Yeah, but also something about the FEV experiments, I think.
Oh, that's true. I have no idea. I'll leave that to.
my lunch tried to make a comeback.
Yeah, I'll leave that to Egg to figure out. Anyway, so last episode, you guys managed to figure out that this area was infected by a bunch of people. It seemed to be a hive mind of sorts. Sasuke started basically wading through their puddles of blood, started working on their insides and their organs to figure out what's going on, just rubbing all over it because she's blind. I believe Rogue got spit on at one point.
He got spit
In his mouth.
In his mouth, yeah, he got spit in his mouth. Krampus ran over somebody and made them explode like a water balloon. Jap Taxi was on the receiving end of this water balloon and got absolutely drenched in this blood. And Winchester clawed 2 of these creatures and got a whole heaping flood of blood down his throat before he proceeded to then
was able
go up.
to puke it up though, so you know.
That pocket. Don't worry, we have
As far as we
17
know.
episodes of this, so if you're interested in this episode, feel free to watch the rest of them on our YouTube channel, Table Stars.
If you're here for this episode, then my goodness, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, very concerned for your safety on this episode. But so far, you guys have learned that alcohol seems to kill some of it, at least, from what Jap Taxi has been
But
trying
we're
to
not sure how
do.
much we actually need to kill all of it.
Mhm.
So Jap's like, hey, I got an excuse to drink.
Yeah, so Jap Taxi is drowning his sorrows in alcohol. Same with Ace, even though Ace has not actually gotten touched by anything.
I'm
And
only
Rogue.
sipping, okay? I'm not getting drunk.
Because he's a goddamn alcoholic. That's the only reason.
I mean, fair. And then,
I like the flavor.
oh god, and then Rogue is also drowning his sorrows in alcohol to make sure he doesn't have any of that horrifying,
Giving the baby a bath.
that horrifying
first time,
crap
but-
in his mouth. Oh yeah, I forgot.
first
Jap Taxi
time,
is also
yeah.
flooding his body with alcohol to see if he can murder the stuff
Sitting
on
there
him.
taking an alcohol shower, you know.
He's taking alcohol shower and he's drinking it. He is by far the most hammered man in existence right now.
It is.
Which
Man.
is a really bad thing.
I'm very concerned for his alcohol level. I actually don't know what happens if your alcohol level gets too high, but I feel sorry for your liver.
I feel sorry for his stomach, who's gonna try and make all of that come out to save him from poisoning.
Yeah.
Sasuke, you assume he has a stomach.
Hope he does. And then Sasuke, figured out that she had less blood on her hands than she had previously, which normally is a good sign. In this case, with a parasitic, blood-based infection, probably not. You're still not quite sure how it travels, but you're almost positive there's less blood on your hands than there was before, so you just started flooding yourself into the this pond here, which are currently bathed in blood and more blood and sweat.
I don't know that.
More blood. So you're just tossing and turning your body into a pool of bloody water.
I don't know that. I think it's normal.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
Nobody told me.
You know,
I'm gonna come out of this looking like a fucking... Oh, God. Because I just dived right in. I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I jumped in, dived in head first to be like, get it off of me as quick as possible. I'm gonna come out covered in blood, and people are gonna be like, so did you like your bath in the blood?
Krampus just spent like the last 10 minutes washing off a board of blood in there. It's just like, wee! So yeah,
Alright.
this is concerning.
Okay, Jackson's chameleon is a cold-blooded, by the way.
Okay, so yeah, he is cold blood.
So then my question is, could these worms survive in cold blood?
Yes, considering if you're cold-blooded, you have to be a certain, like, your body has to be a certain temperature in order for you to stay awake anyway, because if your body drops below a certain temperature, due to being a cold-blooded animal, you'll go into hibernation.
Yeah. So probably,
Okay.
although actually, you guys also don't know what temperature these things survive at as well. So potentially, maybe a fever.
I mean,
could
most
kill it.
Boil your
parasites.
blood.
Most parasites typically can withstand cold temperatures better than hot ones. That's why boiling things is good.
So if you guys
Isn't that
boil
like
yourselves, you guys could live.
Just be like any other normal female in the real life. Take boiling hot showers.
Jesus Christ. Turn on that shower, walk in, and all the males go, ah! Except for me, I love
And the females
hot
go,
showers.
"Mm."
Yeah, because you're always freezing because you don't have flesh.
Megan says I have bad blood because I'm always freezing in our house, and she leaves her window open saying she's too hot.
Why would you? No, okay, Yuki, you know from personal experience not to leave your window open.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm concerned.
Gotta check for bed bugs and for spooky, scary monsters outside your window.
Oh, God. Anyway, moving on. I have a question as a doctor
Yes.
after I'm done bathing in blood.
Well, I mean,
Can I go back to the room that we were in where we found out about the parasites? And since I'm not drunk, can I try and make a antidote that will kill these things?
You would be able to if you knew what killed them.
Well, obviously I'm going to be testing that. That's the whole point of making an antidote for it, is testing anything and everything that could kill them. Then once you find that thing that can kill them, make that and have everybody take it.
Yeah,
I mean,
as you what?
Chester is dunking you into the thing. So if you want to tell him this, he still being a scientist could possibly help you out a bit.
You also
I don't
seen
trust your pregnancy brain.
you also seen Jap Taxi flood himself with alcohol constantly.
Alcohol.
So you assume that something's going on there, or he's an idiot.
I'm not allowed to have alcohol.
You're not. You wouldn't know. Never mind.
So,
Sin, who did you say sees Jap?
that would be Yuki. But you also have two people right next to you who are
I don't
probably
see
staring at
shit.
you.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
like
you know what? Fair enough. Fair
blind.
enough.
I
You
love how
can
you keep
hear the
bringing that up.
sounds of
You can hear
alcohol.
splashing and smell booze.
Yeah, you can hear the sounds of splashing, which you assume based on the many times you've heard it splashing over people's clothing in bar fights, splashing over people's clothing, as well as the gurgling sound of it flowing out of the ball rapidly, and the smell of booze is so strong that even through the water that you're swimming in, you can still smell it. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Okay.
So you tell Winchester about your plan, I guess?
My plan?
Yeah, that's the word.
I guess I'll tell him about it, but I don't trust his pregnancy brain very much.
You know what? That's a fair point.
That's right. I forget.
I don't trust most things pregnancy brains.
Do a pregnancy right now.
Okay. So you inform him that you want to go back into the area full of blood in order to figure out what will kill these horrible abominations that are most likely inside of your bodies that you don't know how travel. Still curious on how it travels, but you haven't done any tests yet.
No, they're like little wormies.
Well, there is one way to figure out if you are infected of it. I think. You say that from what I have seen, these parasites kind of wiggle their way around through the bloodstream. Yes. So just.
I swear to God, if you open my veins, I'm going to kill you.
I wasn't saying that for you to cut open your veins. You can do it to yourself.
Oh my god.
No, thank you, because I can only feel these things. I can't fucking see them. If you've forgotten.
Well, I can show you. I can tell you what I'm seeing currently.
I'm good. I'm pretty sure I have a good idea on how this works. I felt the heart of the last guy that was killed.
Gotta love when the Deathclaw forgets he can smell who's infected.
And apparently I seem to be able to smell who's infected, but
There you go.
I'm not sure if I can easily smell when you guys are currently infected, because I think it's only at a certain point I can start smelling it.
We're also in a room bathed in the blood of the infected.
I mean, currently we're outside.
That's true, but...
Are we still? I wanted to go back in the room!
I haven't walked into the room yet. Mr. Krampus is standing in front of you.
I'm gonna walk around Krampus. I'm gonna hit him with my stick on the way, but I'm gonna walk
Why
around.
are you going to hit Krampus with your stick?
It's his fault! It's his fault!
I'm gonna grab her and put her in the water.
Oh my
God
god!
damn it, I just got out of the water! Krampus, let me go!
Krampus, my dear friend, I think she's clean enough already. She wants to go back inside the house.
I sniff her.
You're not quite sure what clean smells like.
I sniff Winchester.
They smell probably roughly the same to you.
I sniff myself.
You've gotten very used to this pungent smell. It would kill a normal man, but you're very used to it.
So
They smell much better than you.
Just comes out, he takes the Sasuke out of his hands in his mouth, and he just starts bringing her over to the building.
I'm
While
following.
Krampus is just contemplating what it means to be clean.
Sets her down on
I'm watching my step very carefully.
So Winchester looks around the room. Has most of the blood kind of either hardened or is it gone?
It was a fine spray around the area with most of the blood condensing on the floor. However, as you look inside the room, it does look like there's a much thinner coating, I suppose, of blood on the floor. It looks more as if you ran it over with paint instead of had pools.
So, and also, before he sets her down, he's gonna use his lizardy eyes to scan the area, make sure there's no worms wiggling around.
Roll me, what's your...
Could I find some?
You can try. If you wish to try... Oh, God, you're... no, it's Sasuke. Sorry, I forgot that she was blind. Hold on. Winchester,
Do I
your
roll a
perception.
perception?
Yeah, roll me perception -4. Do you even have 4 perception, Krampus? No, you do
I
not.
have a 3.
Could I check?
You
had
are
a
more than
fucking
welcome
9.
to. Same roll. Perception -4.
-4.
We're all gonna get -3. Oh,
Wow.
You're scanning the area and you can't see anything. There's no more piles of blood. That's the main thing you guys are noticing, is that there's no more literal piles of blood. There's just a coating of blood all over the floor, all over the walls, all over the ceiling, and it just looks as if you took a paint roller and just kind of rolled it across the floors and whatnot. It's a whole new coating.
Miss Asuka, you said that this room was full of blood. Yes, you were like swashing around in it before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from what I'm seeing, it's more like it was painted red. No
Okay,
hint of blood
let me ask you
area.
this, Winchester. Winston, look at how you're sized. Look at how I'm sized. Look back at your size. Look back at my size. Now look at the room and compare my size to the room.
Yes, but even then, I would at least feel
I
a
am
puddle
2'10". Anything more than an inch, I can waddle through it.
Waddle,
I
waddle.
would at least feel it on my toes.
Exactly.
And I don't feel it on my toes. He puts her on the table as he just kind of starts arguing with her.
You can feel it's like paint under you. Very
Okay,
different texture than you were used to.
I'm gonna start grabbing the organs again and running my
Oh.
tests.
God.
Now then, Miss Asuka, is there anything that I could possibly do to help? I am a scientist after all.
Hand me the organs.
Oh.
Well, he kind of just walks over and he's trying to pick them up with his big meaty claws.
You are able to kind of scoop them up and lay them on the bed of your nails rather than on the sharp
like
point and hand it. Yeah.
Puts them on the table, you just hear the splat of the guts.
Oh God.
Alright, I start running the tests.
Roll me.
I guess I'll ask Winston to help me identify certain chemical components that I would need in order to run
Yeah,
the
I feel like
tests
you
that
would even know a lot about the periodic table at least. So,
You are
yeah.
quite blind as well, so that's probably a very good thing. Overseer's Guide. Here we are. Let me get my cheat sheet real quick so I can know what penalty to give you for trying to figure this stuff out. Mr. Cheat Sheet, come here.
Also, considering I'm helping her, wouldn't that kind of give her advantage?
It gives her a slight bonus, yeah. Let's see. Let's go with...
Would the advantage stack if I also helped?
It would be,
You know.
I actually don't know if it would stack. There's a thing for helping. Hold on, I gotta pull up the actual Dweller's Guide now. The Overseer's Guide doesn't talk
more of a
about that.
multiplier where, like, you have one, it would multiply it by, ×2.
Yeah,
The
I don't
third
know
person
the...
come in, it'd be ×3 or something.
Yeah, I don't know the base, help here, so let me see if I can find it. Assist action. You can load. Come on. You can do it. You can do it.
Boy.
Come on, boy.
Here, boy. Come on, boy.
God, you're so slow. God. I hate how big this goddamn sheet is. Here, if someone is attempting to help you in a task that requires a sport skill, they must have at least 50 in that skill. This gives you a bonus of 15% to the skill. Multiple people can help, but you only get the bonus once. If somebody's attempting to help you with a special check, you get a +2 to that check. I'm not sure if either of you have any chemistry.
Chemistry. I have 34.
Almost.
Winston, what do you have in chem?
But I know colors. That's how we normally run this.
You know
Okay,
colors? Yeah.
Yeah, that is how we.
What am I looking for again? What's my-
Chemistry on the second
What's
page.
your
here.
chem?
Okay, hang on. I should have pretty high chem here. Hang on.
You have really high computer science. Oh, that's charm, not
Yeah,
chemistry.
chemistry is 87.
I was looking at charm.
Yeah. Look, Sin, he knows how to do science. He's not charming though. He's literally got
He has
a 1.
a 1 in charm.
How is that even possible?
Just like I said, he's not charming.
What is
He
your
has his charisma is a 5, but he has Tinker Tom, so he gets a minus 15 to his charm.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Also, my luck is
Okay.
1.
So I get a added 15% of my chemistry.
Yes. So you will have to roll me
15% of 125.
So you will have to roll me a. See, this is a rather difficult thing to do because you're testing for something that you've never played around with before, never even heard of before. This is literally an entirely new thing, but you are fairly good at chemistry and you do have a person. We'll go with huh?
So 15% of my 125 is 18.75.
Oh no, you just get a plus 15. Not plus 15%, you just get
15.
plus 15.
I heard a 15%.
So roll me your chem with a minus 60.
Minus 60 plus the 15.
No, that's already adding it. Normally I would have you do a minus 75, but it's just a minus. Yeah.
Minus 60?
Yeah,
shit.
minus 60.
You got this.
Oh, God.
You got this. Don't worry.
This is better than most people's thing. A coin flip is much better than most people's. I can't do this.
I got it.
Oh my god.
I got it.
So with the help of both of your friends actually supplying the stuff, attempting to be careful with not infecting themselves, and also Ace standing in the corner saying, yeah, that's a color.
That's blue.
Yeah, being her
I'm
eyes.
looking at you very concerned because this situation, the dire straits of the situation is starting to set in.
Yeah, she is playing with organs you can only assume are filled with a parasite inside them, covered in blood, that probably had parasites in them, and previously she said that she had parasites in her skin, so that's even more concerning with the parasite stuff. Now, Yuki, with that roll, what were you checking? What specifically were you using to kill this thing? What stuff do you have on you that you were using to see if you would kill it or not?
Okay, so I'd run a menagerie of tests to see what could kill it. I would use. We already know, based on what Jap has told us, that alcohol obviously kills it.
Also,
so
Winchester
I would
also said that his stomach acid also made them pop.
Gross. Not testing that.
It's just like, a thing he has observed and he has said to you in case it might have been useful. Maybe using.
If it's life or death, we try everything.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Right? Maybe puke on yourself or something.
Oh.
I mean, I have a chemistry set, so I would just be going through all of my chems to see what I had and see what might work in killing it. And if it turns out that alcohol is one of the only things that does kill it other than stomach acid, I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have other types of acid, and I would, once I figured out which stuff could then kill it, based on that, I will try to brew a chem with that'll be medically useful and not harm the body.
So, doing some tests, you have figured out that a substantial amount of heat during a long period of time will kill it. If you do it at very high heat, which you have determined is under the heat required to kill a person, but just barely, for a long enough period of time, like, you can imagine after a few hours it would kill it. So basically, shove yourself into an overly hot sauna, hope you don't, hope you get enough hydration to not kill yourself, and it will burn it to death.
Bonus honest reference.
Oh,
beer
God.
sauna.
Beer sauna.
If you have a high enough dosage of alcohol, it will absolutely kill it. You actually tried this a couple of times. A small amount of alcohol will, anything that alcohol comes in contact with, will basically more or less disintegrate, but it takes the alcohol with it. It's like it eats the alcohol and dies at the same time. Seems to be a way to protect the rest of it. So you do need a substantial amount of alcohol to overtake it.
So
Jeff's got the right idea.
that means that for all the alcohol and stuff that he's pouring all over himself, just seeping into his pores and stuff, he's actually not gonna get poisoning from it, alcohol poisoning from it.
But he would get anemia because it's, as he said.
No, you can still get alcohol poisoning by absorbing it into your skin. Because by absorbing it into your skin, it then absorbs into your bloodstream because you do have blood vessels. Right
as it starts to eat it as well, it would potentially, it would basically be taking away a lot of the alcoholic effects, which is what Ron is referring to. Yeah, so it would basically be a one-on-one exchange, but you also notice that the amount of alcohol you put into it, it regrows really quickly. As you put in like a couple droplets into a vial full of half normal blood, you assume, half parasitic blood, you assume, it seems to take it, and then within a couple of minutes would then regrow all the stuff that it lost. So it's a fairly quick process, and it does seem to eat away at it, and it's very dangerous. You would need a substantial amount of alcohol inside your bloodstream, pretty much coursing through it at fairly high frequency in order to kill this stuff, which, if not checked regularly...
You'd almost have to do a dialysis of alcohol.
What's that?
That's what my plan was.
Was that wrong?
Alcohol
make my own thesis suggestion.
What's that?
What about a small trace of blood thinner? This parasite clearly lives in blood, so maybe killing a small amount of blood cells, which I assume is this creature's source of food, would actually just eventually starve it to death.
You do only have a small bit of blood thinners in your bag. You are welcome to try it on this if you wish to.
That would also cause... I feel like a lot of these are also going to cause anemia, which would be very bad.
My only problem with using the blood thinners is if we end up using the blood thinners and it goes the way I'm thinking it's going to go, it'll end up being eaten quicker because it's thinner and easier for the worms to then eat, which would then cause it to thicken up again and cause a cardiac arrest.
Oof.
True, yeah.
So you could either cause it to gorge itself,
it'll either work or it'll kill it, the patient.
It'll either starve or it will gorge itself and explode inside of you, causing a thick mulch in your veins, basically.
Thus, basically, literally clogging up your pipes and making you,
die.
So it could kill you, or it could
it's your concept.
Starve them.
Care to test it?
I will take the smallest amount required in order to test this in a vial, and I will test it.
Roll me it with a -30. Chemistry with -30.
Chemistry -30.
This was not meant to be the way, I guess. I swear, if she somehow gets a plus.
She somehow gets a 100. Okay, that was not a hard roll. If you had failed that roll, I would be. You had a 5% chance to fail that.
Yeah,
roll.
I had a 5% chance to fail.
So you start testing, and with the blood thinners, you can accurately determine. That the blood thinners will. It basically will start to starve them, and then because they're being starved, they will then go into hyper mode and feast, not on the blood around them, but on your walls.
Oh shit.
It eats the veins.
Alright, that ain't good.
And then,
how about no?
You basically watch it get starved and then eat the walls around it and then reconstruct the walls with its own body.
Well, look, Sin, technically Winchester looks at this and he relays everything he sees to Sasuke, because she would know more about biology, while he knows more about Scientology. I would say.
She wouldn't want to touch these things. Yeah, that's a good plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, knowing this,
scientists that work mostly is gene splicing and stuff.
Yeah.
Knowing this, I'm going to. Let's see. Is it okay? So, I want to try to make a weak acid that won't harm the human body if ingested. So
citric acid?
Like I'll try citric acid. I'll try there's a couple of different types of acids you can ingest, and it won't actually hurt you. But I want to try certain acids and see if those acids will kill the things quicker than the alcohol will, and it won't let it regenerate.
So okay, here's an idea. We have determined that heat, a high amount of heat, can kill these things. What if we can simulate the body to do a
simulate a fever?
Yeah, simulate have the body simulate a fever to start heating up to kill the parasites.
Oh, so medically induced fever. The only thing is, I would want to make sure we were in a place that I would have access to all the medical equipment that I would need in order to keep the fever at a high enough temperature to kill the parasites, but also not so high that it can kill you, because at 104, 105, it can start to kill the body and degrade the body.
It starts to melt your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it seems to be a very efficient parasite.
And we would have to keep the temperature, the fever on that person for hours on end. And if you go extended periods of 104 fever, you will end up killing your patient.
Could be dangerous.
So flu.
Ron, do me a favor and roll perception minus. Let's go with -4.
Perception -4, you said?
Yep.
Alright.
Oof. Alright.
Really?
So you notice you notice something, but you're not entirely sure exactly what this means. The parasite itself seems to be extremely good at defending itself. You're not sure why, you're not sure how that happens, you're not sure exactly what that means.
Is it mutating to counteract everything we're doing to it?
No, but from what you've seen so far in all the stuff you've done, it trying to infect other people, it faking basically faking a flu in order to make it so you guys avoid it and doing anything like that, especially with it running away instead of just covering you guys with stuff, it seems to be very defensive. It has not so far attacked any of you whatsoever. You're not sure what this means, but it's there.
Are you going to relay this to...
Well, yeah, obviously he's going to, now that he's made, this kind of observation.
Can I pull out some normal blood from the vials? Like, just normal blood, not the infected blood, but a little bit of normal blood from the vials, and put it in a separate beaker that doesn't have any of the parasites in it.
Okay.
I want to take a... I want to take a chemical that will change the blood. Like, it'll add... it'll only add, like, a few elements to the blood, but it'll still be blood, and you can't necessarily tell that it's blood. And I want to add it back in and see if they eat it. And if they eat it, it kills it from the inside. You know?
Interesting. What was that, Ron?
And something else that you could also try, if that doesn't go the way you hope it to be, try to introduce a small trace of radio waves.
I've already been irradiated. I'm still irradiated, technically. I still have rads.
You could just drop your own blood in there.
But actually, why not?
Since I'm still irradiated?
Yeah, you are irradiated. So I'm assuming you're going to try the chemical method first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we'll try my irradiated blood.
Just thinking of that idea, because radio waves can cause cancer, but they can also be used as, at least the way I've seen it from, which at least I thought it was in the Fallout world, they were trying to use it as a way to cure things.
Yeah, you can. It's
in the real world.
Yeah, you can use it to. Yeah, I believe it's there's a thing where you do like radioactive treatment in order to cure
cancer.
Cancer.
It's not chemo. Chemo is something else. It's just radiation.
Yeah, radiation treatment. But anyways, so how much of this stuff do you put in the blood? Do you make it like, is it a decent amount, or is it just like a very small amount?
A very small amount.
So as you put in there, does not seem to react. It just seems to take the blood, and then the blood kind of separates a little bit, and then it just kind of does that weird dance over and over again. It seems to hold the blood in there, but one thing you do notice is it's not, the amount of blood in there is not changing once you add it in there. It seems to be keeping the blood at a steady level, likely so it has something to eat when dire emergencies.
Okay. Then I'm gonna keep adding a little bit more and tweaking it. Just adding a little bit more until I see a change in that result. Okay.
So
or until I hear a change in the result from Winchester.
Yep. As you continue adding it, just drop by drop, basically, it does seem to not be phased for a little while, and then all of a sudden, as you add, like, you know, it starts to build, essentially. Winchester can actually see on the side of the beaker, I suppose, a weird discoloration appear. That just seems to build and build and build as you add more and more of this weird colored blood until, well, not weird colored, but you know what I mean, the chemically added blood, until it becomes almost a solid mass that it then produces the blood as a wall between it and the chemical you just provided. So it seems in small amounts, it separates it from the blood. In large amounts, it blocks it with the blood, and it does seem like that would kill it in contact. Hence why it makes a barrier.
Alright, I'm gonna now try I'm gonna poke my finger. Yeah, and see if my rads kill it.
Okie dokie. It has been...
I'm gonna angle her away from everyone else. Before she pricks her finger.
As she pricks her finger, it acts just like regular blood. There's no thickness, there's no scorching, nothing like that. It's just regular blood that seems to drip out ever so slightly. As it drips, are you doing the same vial or are you doing a different vial?
Different vial.
Okay. As you drip it in, the parasite reacts not... Actually, let me roll a d20. Because I have two ways it could do it. God damn. It reacts violently to this. As the moment the blood kind of comes into contact with the thing, it does the same blood wall barrier, more or less. Just, it produces slightly more. It does. There is now 3 separate layers of blood inside that vial.
So does that mean she's immune?
It seems like it really hates her radiation. In theory, it could block itself from... It could block itself from her blood, depending on if it travels some other way. If it just goes through her bloodstream, everything in there is dead. However, if it travels some other way, such as going through her hands and going through her sweat and things like that, and going directly to her brain and stuff, it could potentially survive.
But wouldn't it just starve out, though? Because it eats blood, and if all of the blood is something it's not able to eat...
It probably would starve after a while, yeah.
The other thing is, if it creates a blood wall, that means it's creating blood clots in my veins, which if those blood clots travel too far into important arteries / my heart, it could kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's also a thing.
Especially
that's what I'm worried about right now.
Radiation plus blood thinner.
Ooh, that would be killer.
I'm gonna try that.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, that could be killer to the thing. Although, one thing that you guys did see earlier that you might be concerned about is if it has this nasty reaction to the thing and it starts to starve itself, it may try eating through her in order to produce its own blood to use as protection around the radiation. At least from what you guys saw, you're not entirely sure if that's something it can do. It seems to be able to produce a very small amount of blood, at least from what you guys saw from earlier when trying to keep the blood it eats and keep the blood it's producing at about the same level. It seems to be able to do it very slowly. So you're not sure if it would be able to do it fast enough to keep itself alive with a flood of radiation blood at it. All the stuff in our bloodstream might be dead.
I have an idea on how to fix this, but it's a very dangerous operation to do in Fallout. to do in this kind of situation,
Mhm.
because we would have, one, it'd be very difficult to get a hold of that equipment,
Mhm.
and two, you would have to have a medical personnel help you with it. If we do blood dialysis, if we do a regular dialysis, just like you do regular, like nowadays, just a regular dialysis, the screens and the filtration that they have in the dialysis machine
Mhm.
would cause all of the parasites to get trapped in the machine and all the clean blood to come through. There would be no way for those parasites to travel through the blood through the dialysis machine to make it back into your system.
That
Okay,
would
we have
be...
2 doctors.
We don't have the machine.
That's my issue.
That would be a difficult part. Yeah, trying to find a machine like that.
Vault 300.
And I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how to build
Vault
one.
300 did have... Oh, wait, actually, hold on.
It wasn't that far away, if I remember.
That is true.
No, it's not, actually.
Just realized. Okay, so...
Had a medical room.
Do you tell us to, Winchester, by the by?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
saying this out loud.
Okay, cool.
I'm bouncing ideas off of...
Winchester, roll me intelligence minus... I can almost guarantee you're going to get this. But minus 6. Actually, what is your intelligence? Hold on, before you do that.
10.
10? Okay, intelligence minus... let's do 4. Intelligence minus 4.
Alright.
God damn it.
Winchester's a dum-dum today.
Alright, never mind. You don't remember anything. Ignore I did.
Alright, that's wonderful, because I actually wasn't paying attention, so I didn't hear none of
Alright,
that
fair
shit.
enough. You worked one way or another.
I mean, we were in the medical room. Would I remember coming across a dialysis machine?
Let's see. Inside of the medical room. Let's see where that was exactly. Let me move back over to the vault. There you are.
Because I do have photographic memory.
You do. Let's see. Which one is the medical room? I think it was the lab?
Yeah.
Yes. So you spent a little bit of time in the lab, but mostly in the chemistry section. You didn't really explore this section here, except for running face first into the wall. You remember that quite distinctly. What is... I believe... Ace has only 5 intelligence. Yeah, he does. You can ask Ace if he remembers it. You do not, because you didn't actually touch any of that stuff inside that area, at least. But you can ask him. If he doesn't, he'll roll it without any penalties.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him about it and describe what the machine would have looked like.
Okay. So I just roll base intelligence?
Yep.
Come on, be smart, please.
Hey!
I
am smart.
You distinctly remember that there was in fact a machine like that inside of the vault. It is several days away. It is several days away, because y'all did wander for quite some time going to the north. So it's several days away, but you do distinctly remember that machine there, simply because you didn't know what the fuck it was, and you mean to ask her about it.
Question, Sin.
Huh?
Is it several days away just in a beeline, or is it several days away the way we came from there to here?
So
because
y'all...
if we know where we're going, and we're going top speed to there, wouldn't that be faster than just wandering around?
Yeah, so y'all did kind of a weird movement, kind of... I don't know how to do several spaces. Who cares?
Shift, I think. Or space.
Shift. Yeah, that's not doing it. But anyways, y'all went kind of on a weird kind of movement around, going here, then kind of going there and stuff like that. So it was a bit of a distance, more or less. If you went for a straight beeline, getting onto, like, Krampus's back, telling him to go like the goddamn wind, y'all didn't stop for nothing and no one, and also not stopping for food, rest, or anything of that sort. And if, Winchester does not have any complications happening along the way, it would take you about a day and a half.
mean,
So am I gonna have to roll about for complications? You want me to roll?
I swear to God,
But-
Winston, if
but-
I have to give eggs, I'm
You-
going to be upset.
But you do have 2 doctors, so you could technically have Jab Taxi take her.
Sin. Jack Taxi has not stopped drinking and pouring booze upon himself this entire time. No one has tried to stop him.
Yeah.
you have
Yeah,
a day
I
and a half
know.
to sober up.
Okay, let me say it again. Not a single human being out of this group, from the time they went inside and you left Jap has not stopped drinking and pouring booze on himself.
He has so much
And Jap is
booze.
violent when he's drunk. Do you think he's going to listen to you?
No.
I'm going to ask him nicely and
I
hope
haven't looked at Rogue. What's
if
Rogue been
this
doing? Rogue might have stopped
shit
you.
doesn't work, he's dead. This is a more this is a more concrete solution.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is
Alcoholism.
beautiful. Alright. Alcoholism, says the alcoholic.
What about Rogue? Has Rogue tried to stop him or Krampus?
Yeah, Rogue,
or...
you've been kind of standing there drinking some as you see Jap Taxi, the what looked to be the semi-cool-headed person when he was being a doctor anyways, now just drowning himself in alcohol to an extreme. Have you bothered to try talking to him at all in this, or have you just been concerned with his extreme alcoholic tendencies right now?
I'll have to say a little bit of both, but I want to talk to him.
All right.
'cause, taking this well.
Yeah. I'm not. Parasite.
You look like you've been drinking for 2 days straight. Are you sure you're okay?
Need to drink for 3.
Jesus
I need a-
Christ.
The sister.
Roll me endurance real quick.
Okay.
Not you, Jap.
Oh.
Yeah. Just flat endurance.
Oh boy.
Ridiculously low.
I can't wait for this to go
Alright, and then I'm actually gonna roll your endurance as well, but I'm gonna do a -3. Alright, cool.
Sin got a negative.
You're not entirely sure, but you're fairly certain.
How was the intelligence? Didn't you say you were rolling endurance?
That's intelligence, Sin.
Oh, is that? Oh, shit. Hold on. I
It
meant
says
to-
roll.
I mean, the numbers are the same.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. So, yeah, same thing. I meant to click endurance, but oh, who cares? Anyways, you're fairly certain at this point that if there was anything inside of your blood, there's nothing on this planet that could survive what you're drinking through, including you soon.
So, question, Sin.
Yes.
Am I parasiteless?
You're probably parasiteless, but you can't be entirely certain, so...
To the best of your incredibly inebriated knowledge.
To the best
Well,
of your knowledge, you're
Sin,
probably...
Since you're not giving me a straight
parasite-free.
answer, guess what Jap's still doing?
You see him stop for a second, kind of like look over his body, and you see something like flash in his mind. And then he starts drinking another bottle.
Oh dear. So, are you planning on stopping anytime soon?
Oh. I'm not in the state, man.
Do you need help home with something? This is quite concerning. I think whatever is in your blood might be gone. Because there's
Different likely here.
What?
um,
What?
dear. Jack is now going to be take a couple drinks out of his own alcohol bottle because he can't believe he's dealing with this.
Alright. So Krampus, you're contemplating what it means to be clean. Now you smell something powerful wafting over to you. It's almost as strong as your own smells, which you refuse to put your nose under your armpit anymore, so you already haven't smelled it for a while. But you turn.
Krampus is gonna get secondhand drunk.
You turn to your side and you just see Jap Taxi swagging several bottles, possibly at the same time. Just alcohol flowing over his body. What do you do? Zero? Is he there? Zero. Zero.
Daddy Krampus.
Oh.
Oh.
I hate that.
I'm uncomfortable now.
Good.
Trumpy.
Alright, Krampus is... Oh, a... Pessimistic? Oh no, it's Yuki. Krampus is, he's very confused, and he's looking at the water. Hold on just a
Hey, Sin.
Is the
second.
midget still in the water?
No.
Who knows?
Hey, Sin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a bottle at Krampus's head.
I am amazed he succeeded on that. You throw a ball at his head, and he looks at the ball. He looks at the water. He decides the water is not the same fluid as the bottle, and opts not to drink it. Instead picks up the bottle
hey.
and just starts... Oh, there you are. There you are, Mr. Krampus. I wonder where you were.
Yeah, I had to go downstairs. Family came over.
No problem, no problem. So, you're staring at Jap Taxi flooding himself with alcohol, possibly drinking 2 bottles at the same time, just drowning himself practically in alcohol to such an obscene degree. You can barely understand any words that he says. Normally, Jack now can't. And,
Actually, he's speaking broken English. I am proficient in that.
Oh my god, you are.
I rush over.
He starts screaming at Jap in pig Latin.
Interesting note, if you are stupid enough, you can in fact understand other stupid people.
I remember that from Fallout 3, maybe New Vegas.
That idiot savant.
No,
It was
it's
just...
just a random thing.
Yeah, it was just a weird random thing.
Where are you looking?
Yes, it is a fine day.
Where does that look?
It does look very bloody.
Where are you from?
Canada.
What is Canada?
I have no idea
I see. Right.
where are you from?
Jep stops, like, pouring beer upon himself.
Huh?
Jep can't remember.
Oblivion. Nice place. Been there once when I almost died.
If it's when you almost died, you've probably been there several times.
Yeah, but this is Krampus. He doesn't know.
What is going on here?
Did you have beer?
What was that?
Did you have a beer?
Oh, I don't drink. I have tea somewhere.
What kind of tea?
The
The
one that
alcoholic
knock-
one.
the one that knocks a man down.
Hand it to me.
the special blue milk.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh god. 150-year-old milk. Oh no.
Oh God, why?
I'm going to look at this man in all of my drunken glory. I'm gonna throw the random bottles. Give me this milk.
Oh.
Milk
Oh,
of
no.
human kindness.
A reference.
I appreciate the kindness.
Do me a favor, both of you. Roll your luck normal.
Sin, okay, Sin. Remember what? Okay, Sin. Are you? Because you do you think I'm gonna drink this?
No, I don't. But I want to know if
I
he
will.
has it. You have really bad luck, my friend. He does, in fact, have some of this milk. It may sober you up by looking at it, I'll be honest with you.
I grab the milk from his hand, and I look at Jack.
Oh, God.
Oh no! Run!
Drink up. It helps. You'll end up like me. Isn't that great?
Run away, Jack, run.
I think I need it over in the building.
Come here, as Jack grabs your shoulder. Come here, buddy. We can do this together.
God.
No.
If you would be able to survive drinking that, I can guarantee you would be parasite free.
As Jack puts his arm around your shoulder, lifts the bottle above both of our heads, opens up your mouth with his hand, his very gross beer-covered hand, and opens his mouth and just swigs it down to both of us.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The milk of human kindness.
I feel like
Yes.
that deserves an endurance check.
Both of you roll endurance.
I'm sorry, Ro.
God.
What kind of negative modifier does this have?
Hey man, if you weren't gonna do it, Wally, Krampus would have.
Oh, Jesus. Go endurance
How?
-2. Oh.
-2.
Yeah. Oh, Rogue.
Rapid pepperoni's Jap taxi.
You know what? I won't take that 0 endurance for Rogue because I find this funny. I won't take that endurance roll.
Or die.
You both have really shitty endurances. I'm amazed at this. That was a roll of 4 and a roll of 3. I'll take that. It is the most obscenely disgusting, confounding confection you've ever put in your mouth. The very smell of it hitting your faces is enough to make you gag. The feeling of it washing over your tongue and down your throat and on your faces is comparable to the feeling of stuffing your head literally up Krampus's ass. You're fairly certain that would taste better than this. There is nothing on this planet that can make you feel clean again.
Dear God.
But it is probably going to be the most efficient way to clean out your insides that you've ever heard of.
Of course, me.
You'll be
puking
ready
out
for
my
your
gut from-
colonoscopy in like 2 hours.
Oh dear.
It is far beyond the most disgusting thing you've ever tasted. You're not entirely sure how, but you're able to keep it down. You're not sure if that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing. With the amount of diseases this thing probably has killing itself inside of this container, you might be okay. The diseases might cancel themselves out. Or this
Sin.
blood bag might eat it and die. You don't know.
Hey, Sin,
Yeah.
am I parasite free yet?
Yeah, so to illustrate what's going on inside of you at the moment. You've
Jap Taxi
filled...
puts
Just
down
as
the
little
bottle,
nature Krampus is in.
and he looks at you,
inside of,
Jack. You're a good drinking bud. As Jap Taxi just passes out. He just passes out in the beer puddle.
God, why did I leave the Mojave?
You did well. Now you will become like me.
So illustrate what's going on
Drink
inside your guys'
more.
body. Oh god. Essentially,
No, I'll tell
what
you what's
happened?
happening in his body. There's
But-
little miniature Krampuses inside their body.
Basically,
Get into work.
the alcohol inside of your guys' stomach has started kind of going to your bloodstream, and these blood bugs are just like, tasty, delicious, pure, good alcohol. Oh god, we're dying. Back up in defenses. This shit comes down and like, fuck it, we're gone, and they just die.
They just give up.
They give up on life. All right, this thing is like, the hive mind is like, we don't need these bodies. Let's just know. Let's just know. I don't know how they're functioning, but we don't need that shit.
You just found the ultimate cure for this disease.
150-year-old milk.
But all three of you, yes, we figured this out. Jap Taxi, hold my. Actually, no, give me back my beer. Let's do this.
No. It's we figured out the cure. Jap Taxi, hold my milk.
All right, cool. Well, with that horrifying thing in their minds, you guys, I assume, walk out with your new discoveries of, hey, we can get into a sauna or get into a blood dilation, whatever it was called, inside the Vault 300. Dialysis. Yeah, you guys walk out. You just see Jap Taxi unconscious in the middle of a puddle of alcohol. Jack looking like
guys,
somebody has stabbed him. Krampus with a big smile on his face, and a container of half-empty blue milk.
I just walk out. Hey guys, we think Sasuke found something that. Oh God, what is that smell?
The milk
wanna
of
know?
human kindness.
But I will say, it's safe to say we might be parasite free because of that. What that blue stuff is. Oh God.
You drank it?
I guess I will. Yes. Yep. Drink it. So yeah.
More like forced
Jep
to
for that.
consume.
Even by your lack of medical knowledge, you're fairly certain that could kill anything, including people.
Yes, I am actually. I'm actually pretty lucky that I'm alive still. I mean,
Why
that's
lucky?
just
You
horrifying.
end up like me.
Why?
More lucky than anything.
I
Beautiful.
God damn it.
jog back in, poke my head in the door. Guys, they just drank out of Krampus's cum jar. Sasuke, get out here. They might be dying.
Wait, but Krampus doesn't have. It can't be Krampus's cum. He doesn't have genitals.
I
He
can't.
did have genitals. Jokes.
Oh my god. Oh god.
He's a super mutant. He doesn't have genitals. How is it his cum?
Oh, in your tiny Einstein brain, all you're thinking is, no, that's not his reproducive, semen. That must be his foot fungus.
Oh, are you talking about his athlete's foot?
No. He's fucking. No, it was his fucking spit jar.
Oh, his spit.
Oh god.
I'm gonna just go over here and vomit.
Please, just I will inject all of the blood parasite into me if it means I can get away from this entire conversation.
He also used it as a sweat jar. You gotta have one of those when you're working
Alright,
out.
I'm gonna walk outside. I guess I'm gonna walk outside.
There's a reason why he said you'll become like me. Exactly. You have a bit of him inside you now.
I walk outside and see what they're talking about. Krampus's cum jar?
You stand at the door. You don't have to roll endurance because your endurance is so high, but you nearly vomit as the smell of this thing hits you. smack dab in the face. You are a good God. How far are you from the? It's 40 feet away from it, and the smell has now hit you.
Winchester just reaches over, pulls her back into the house. I swear, child, I shall protect you from this abomination.
Drink some.
I don't want to drink it. Winston, please, I don't want to drink it.
Winston has just grabbed the hold of the child and is holding her close as he sits down. He's like, just kind of using his big meaty claw to stroke her head. It's just like, I'm not sweating. I'm not letting anything come to harm to you.
Wait. Hey, who's closer to me? Actually, hold up.
Oh no!
Okay, I'm looking at you, Egg.
Oh
I'm not
God!
close to you. I'm way over here.
Yeah,
Oh
you're
Jesus!
the closest one who hasn't.
He starts looking around and he sees you over in the corner vomiting your stomach out at this point. Roll me intelligence real quick, Krampus. I know it's not a very high roll, but it's always a possibility.
I feel like it wouldn't be difficult for me to hear him walking towards me.
You do not remember the bath. You do not remember the bath you need to give him. But Ace, you do hear behind you Krampus starting to run towards you with a jug.
Soon as he starts running, I immediately cut off the stream, turn as I'm drawing my gun, and put it right in his face.
Have some of the milk of human kindness.
The smell hits you first as he raises it. The swishing of it inside of there and how chunky and thick it is hits you next.
The color of it doesn't look normal. You can't tell if it's blue or green.
You get an inch closer to me with that shit, and I'm blowing your head off.
Sin, Winchester just gets up because I'm pretty sure he heard drink the milk of human.
Krampus is not quiet. You heard some serious thumping, and then you heard him shouting to the high heavens to drink his milk of human kindness.
Yeah, Winchester just grabs the child, stands up, and he just runs right out this wall, and he's not gonna stop. He is leaving.
Jesus Christ!
He is taking the child and he is running.
Do I hear it?
Both of you hear a dramatic crash.
No, there's already a hole in the wall.
There is a hole in the wall. He's just not thinking right, and he shoulder bashes the edge of the hole.
Let me. All right. Egg, heads or tails? I'm flip.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Fuck. Can I roll a luck check?
Well, roll me a luck check here real quick.
While he's rolling that, I would just like to say...
Roll me a luck -2.
You all wanted to do the intelligent way. And it's hard.
Oh, no.
I have done the dumbest possible thing. And it worked. I have won this day. Sin can kill Jap Taxi at any point, but right now, at this moment, I have won.
How are you still alive?
Spite.
It was fair. Oh my God.
So who am I rolling this against?
Yeah, so Mr. Krampus, what's your plan? Oh God.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Alright,
I got my wallet. My
Flip it,
50
damn it.
Alright. Oh, it's your lucky day.
Thank God.
That luck roll.
He hears the fucking...
Mm-hmm. He hears Winchester slamming through an extra wall. Mm-hmm.
He like stops in his tracks in front of you, Egg. Looks in that direction. Come have milk of human kindness, and starts running that way.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
As you burst down the wall,
Winchester and I are
Winchester, you
screaming.
hear from behind you another shout of, "Drink my milk of human kindness!" And then boom! And then boom! As you look behind you, and you see Krampus running full speed towards you through some walls.
I am screaming.
No. Because all Sasuke hears is just explosion. Drink my milk of human kindness, and then just stomping as Winchester just screams like a woman at the top of his lungs in his voice box, and just turns around again and just yeets himself away.
The power of milk compels you.
Yikes! Wait.
He's just running. He is zooming. He ain't letting this man nowhere near the child.
The worst part about this is that everybody else only gets a -2, right? But Sasuke, she's blind, so all of her other senses are enhanced. And her endurance is so high. I feel like she would get even another penalty because
You would probably have like a -4 penalty, maybe -5. You know, trying to drink this. It's mostly you trying to force yourself to get through it and also to get down. Jack didn't get much of a choice when it went down his windpipe. You would have to have a choice.
No, I'm good. I'm running.
I'm gonna stagger over, gun still in hand, arm limp, legs wobbly. I'm gonna go join Jack with the drinking.
Fucking Ace is like, oh my god, I can't believe I dodged a bullet.
Just pays no mind to the man, out cold in a puddle of alcohol.
I don't even. It's not that I don't like notice you. It's just that I take one bottle, almost down it, with like one swig left, put it on your mask. I just balance it on your mask, and then start drinking a new bottle.
Jesus Christ.
I
Alright.
love this.
So most of your team is now not infected. There's a decently high chance that Sasuke
Not yet.
could potentially be uninfected simply because the radiation in her blood. And if you shove enough radiation into the Deathclaw's blood, he probably won't get affected by it, and that'll probably kill everything. Potentially.
See, the other thing is, with that test, that means that there might be blood clots that could kill them.
Yeah, y'all could start developing blood clots, which could be really bad for you.
We'll deal with that when the time comes.
Or you could drink Krampus's, jar of happiness.
Milk. It's just milk. What's wrong with milk? It's healthy for you.
Krampus milk. A good old healthy dose of Krampus milk.
So
Hey man,
It's
if you want the
Krampus
radiation
breast
gone,
milk.
you just need
Okay, guys, look, I need to actually know what is this that Krampus.
It is actually milk with a little bit of his sweat mixed in there from many years of carrying this and taking small swigs of it. It's actually, well, it would be a little bit of his sweat, milk, and his washback.
Think of it as he's drinking a bottle, except he sweats in it as well.
And it's 150-year-old milk.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Considering
Healthy.
the fact of how he's saying it, drink my milk of human kindness, and he's just like, no.
It also has his spit swashback as well. So.
I mean, it has
I'm gonna be
Rogue
right back.
and
I'm gonna go
Jack.
puke in my bathroom real quick.
It has Rogue and Jack spit in it as well now. Come on.
Oh,
mix
God.
it.
No, technically they just poured it into their mouths.
All right. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
it's just
I
me
had
then.
no choice, dude.
Oh
It's
god,
Jack,
hold on, wait a minute, I have
It's
to.
just mine then, so all the better.
Oh god, so you know you poured it on top of yourselves? A, there's a lot of it on you. B, there's a lot of it on the ground as well. And C, wow does that smell get powerful when it gets mixed with alcohol.
I am going to dunk myself in the well.
Right.
I'm going
It
to
also
grab
has me
left
in it.
of the booze and start
As you go
dragging it
to
away.
the well, you realize that still has blood in it. That might not be the best plan.
Jep, I swear, if you didn't save my life, I would.
I hear cat.
Cause he's just
hmm
his. I imagine this stuff is starting to kind of soak into his clothes.
Yeah, it is
It would be
150
too
old
thick
gold.
to soak into your clothes.
It's
It would be
kinda-
like trying to say Jello soaks
it-
into your clothes.
Oh god, Jello milk. Oh,
Uh,
oh god.
God.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like there's just chunks of it on your clothes. It's just...
Oh God.
Also, I love a chat text like, "Do you really think my character would drink this?" Proceeds to drink.
Yeah, technically I'm saving everyone unintentionally.
Technically, yes. It probably has enough bacteria to kill anything and evacuate anything that's in the body.
If you
Oh
don't
god,
have a
that's
strong
gonna
enough.
fuck up what is it, macrobiome or microbiome?
Yeah, it's gonna fuck up
So
your
hard.
stomach for days. It's gonna be a full cleanse. Don't you worry. Everything inside of you, it's taken with it when it comes out.
Would I, by
Yes,
the way, would I notice the gas mask that Sasuke dropped as she jumped in the well?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna go grab that.
Okay. The front of it is
Go back
covered
to my
with blood,
boots.
but yeah.
I pour some booze over it. It's fine.
Yeah, that works.
wash it
Yeah,
off.
that does in fact work. You just wash it with booze. You smell like you smell like a dude who went to a bar on Friday and didn't come out till Monday. But you know.
So I know, in other words, I smell like I normally do.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the house that we need?
Oh no, that house is fucked up to all hell.
Hey, Sin.
Yeah.
House is crumbling.
Hey, Sin.
Yeah.
You want to make the situation even better?
I don't think it can, but sure.
You want me to roll for the chance?
Oh, only 1d100.
Because he has been
99.
running
You
99.
are
99.
you
I'm
are
back.
very. Oh.
Did you legit go and puke, Yuki?
I dry heaved. I didn't have
Oh,
anything in my
God.
stomach because I haven't eaten all day. But
Oh my...
Oh. 48.
You know
Oh.
we should rename this
Oh, you're
episode?
getting closer, Ron. Hold on, that's close. Oh no.
We should rename this episode a very sick episode.
Oh no. So
Players get sick.
that roll was close enough to the middle, so I rolled a d20 to see which side of the coin it would land on.
Oh no.
That wasn't the
No,
good
You know
coin.
what we should call this, Krampus?
Yeah.
Crying over spilled milk.
wow.
So as you're running from this beast, as you're screaming at the top of your lungs, all your adrenaline is flaring. There's a child on top of you screaming. There's the smell of God himself when he hasn't bathed for 20 years in your face, as well as a man chasing you with a bottle that just furthers the smell. And then you stop.
Just dead stop. Like, ugh.
Oh no.
You stop and
Listen,
you hit the
listen,
ground.
Richard, you're not allowed to stop. No, Richard, please.
You can feel him stop as you have to grab onto his scales to prevent yourself from flying at Mach 5 forwards.
Would I even be fast enough to realize that he's stopping? Like, if he stopped.
Oh,
dead in his
that,
tracks,
yeah.
would I be fast?
Oh, is it, wait. Oh, that, oh, this isn't good for you. That's a agility roll.
Oh, dude.
Before roll me
Oh,
base
an
agility.
agility
mine.
roll?
Yeah.
I get a -2 automatically.
Yeah, well, roll me just your base agility with the -2.
Hey guys, I don't think I'm gonna do this.
That tree
Oh my
really
God, it was
likes
so
you. It didn't know there was a tree over here, but it knew you were over there, and you met it with your
Hey
face.
man. The thing you should note is that you don't have to outrun Krampus. You just have to outrun your partner.
Roll me endurance
Hey.
-4.
Me?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, the same roll I had when you slammed into the metal wall. Yeah. You
I go through the tree.
you go through the tree, take some of it with you as you bounce on the ground as it kind of protects you. Just Mach 5 through the tree, which Ace can hear fairly well as you hit the tree, and then continue through the tree as you're screaming.
I just like, oh god, not again.
Hey, Krampus, as you run over to Winchester, he's not rolling around on the ground. He's screaming in pain and agony and suffering and details that we're not going to go into.
He is roaring loudly because he's not screaming. Well, he's also screaming through his voice box, but he's also roaring as well. So he's double screaming.
Yeah, it's loud, it's painful, it's unpleasant. What do you do? Roll me intelligence. I know you're not the smartest man in the bunch, but maybe, just maybe, you may recognize what exactly this is.
Oh my god. Oh my god, please, for the love of God, have a high chance of intelligence.
No, you stare at this, and all it looks like is he has a bad stomach ache.
You know what cures
Do I hear it? Wait. I just went through a tree. I hear him screaming. Do I know what it is?
You know very well what it is because he's pregnant.
Oh, fuck.
This screaming,
Get back to...
you know very well what it is, and with that endurance roll, you just stand back up, dust yourself off, and run back towards
Yeah, I'm gonna try and help him give birth.
Krampus
I
is
need a
standing.
towel and water immediately.
Oh god. Oh, the water's bad though. But you guys have bottled water. Oh god,
I have purified
Krampus.
water. It's on his back.
Krampus. Roll me intelligence.
Oh no. Look at...
You're asking too much of this poor man.
Oh,
Oh my god.
You ask him for some
No.
water. He only knows of one water source.
So
Alright,
basically,
And
this is what happens. So at first, he's like looking at Krampus, cocking his head to the side as he's like, what's going on?
You mean Winchester?
Sakia comes out saying, go get water and a towel. He takes off his hat, throws at you, runs over to the fountain, and then tries to pick it up.
Oh my god.
Nope.
Roll me strength -8.
Strength -8.
This thing is in the ground. Jesus
He did it!
Christ.
is he gonna pull the fucking well out?
No, unlike most wells, this thing has basically a giant container in the ground. It does go
it's more
quite
water.
far down. It's regularly filled, and it doesn't really connect to any other water supplies. Hence why it doesn't change at all. It's just kind of stagnant.
Actually, hang on. I just realized something. It was full of blood, right? And blood is pretty thick
Mhm.
than water, so he could dump it out, and then there would still be some fresh water like underneath it, right?
Potentially, if he scooped it out, yeah. But
Except blood is also
This is
heavier
this
than
is
water.
Krampus. Do
Yeah.
you think he knows that?
No, true.
if you manage to just like scoop the top of it off somehow,
But you see,
maybe. But
so does he pick it up?
yeah, so you grab the sides of it because you're not a smart man. You only know one thing and one thing only. It looks like a bowl.
Not only that, with that -7,
Oh, no.
running over to Sakia and Winchester with it,
You grab it.
he
They
dumps
look at
dumps
you.
it on them.
Yeah, so
Oh.
so Ace and Rogue, you guys can see Krampus run out to this well, grab the sides of it, digging his hands into it, and he starts to pull. At first, he just looks like an idiot grabbing a well and pulling it. And then it budges. And then it starts to go up. And then he starts to fling it upwards as he grabs the sides and flings it upwards again and grabs the sides. It's a good 10-foot tall well. And he's just carrying it.
Would I have heard Sasuke's instructions?
Oh yeah. She's not being quiet. In fact, she's in a panic state of screaming because she's trying to get over
Quick.
the death claw
And there's also
screams.
a goddamn death claw
I'm gonna-
screaming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay where I am, but I'm gonna start yelling. Big guy, that's not what she meant. Don't. do you listen?
Another intelligence.
Roll me intelligence, Krampus. You're holding it.
As I'm waiting for Krampus to do this, I'm helping Winchester to get through his labor pains.
You stop for just
Excuse
a
me?
moment. For just a moment. And you look at your well. You look at Ace. And you hear them scream. And the only thing that goes through your mind is a very, very simple sentence. He needs water!
No, Sin. I have one better for you.
Hmm?
I'm the conductor of the poo train.
I'm the conductor of the blood water.
Oh my god. You have, like, no perception, Sasuke, but you're also listening to somebody scream in front of you. So I'm gonna give you, because you're extremely heightened sensitive right now, I'm gonna give you, roll your perception +3.
+3.
If you can hear this man shouting, I am the conductor of the blood water, you could stop him. You can't
So I
see
just-
him running over to you, although his steps are much heavier, and you're fairly certain he picked something out of the ground.
Oh no!
But you're not really
was so
concerned with it
good.
at the moment. You're concerned about the screaming Deathclaw in front of you that is attempting to push out something that is way too big for its insides.
Fucking just
I am
chucks the
trying my
water on
best
them.
to help Winston give birth to whatever the fuck he's gonna give birth to.
Yeah. Both of you roll me endurance -3.
Oh shit.
Me too. Endurance.
Yeah, endurance -3.
Alright.
It's like a fucking wave of water just flushes all over you. It's not the milk of
Oh my
human kindness.
God. It is stagnant blood. This blood has been out there for a while. It's probably starving, but it gets sprayed all over you. Just dunked on top of you, flowing all over you. It's like you guys just got
God
bathed
damn
by
it.
a giant bucket of God.
Krampus got water. Now what?
I'm
You
gonna
are.
turn to Krampus, and I'm looking down. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I turn to look at
Roll-
Krampus.
Oh, better. Roll
You know those anime characters where their bangs cover their eyes and you can only see like the bottom half of their face
Mm-hmm.
when they're
Yeah.
like super pissed off and scary and
intimidation roll from the little one.
I'm going to give you 2 seconds to run before I beat your skull in.
Oh my God.
And I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Okay.
Gets a 100.
Should I roll something against that?
Roll me detection.
Okay.
I can almost guarantee she's going to win this.
Oh. There might be a
Oh,
chance.
That's a 96 versus a 57. I wonder who wins here. With your incredibly stupid brain, you understand a very simple law about midgets. They will kill you. Elves
just
are
can't-
very scary.
So he just looks at you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Starts running.
Jesus Christ. He just...
Fucking tries to slam his head into the ground and
And
hide.
now, while I'm still, he's gonna ostrich. While I'm still looking like that, I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna turn in the direction I heard Ace.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be like, Ace, you better get your ass over here right now and help me.
Give me a minute. I stand up, grab like 2 more bottles of booze, and start walking over.
Jesus Christ. Hi, Pocket. Not sure if you saw the Krampus's lovely milk mixture, or them being dunked by a ocean of war, or
Or the fact that Winchester is giving birth right now.
yeah,
Yes.
Zuma's quite a bit of chaos.
Uh,
Jack is still attempting to understand why he's still here instead of just killing himself in the desert sun.
I don't know.
yeah.
No one knows what's better.
And Jap is just dead.
So,
Correction, I think we all know what's better.
so you
Bruh,
do,
fucking has
it
no
does
idea what he's
take you
looking
a
for.
little bit. It does take you just a little bit, like a couple, like, I would say like about 20 minutes or so. But now, after his screaming, his agony, his pain, and a lot of alcohol, mainly on Ace's side, and Krampus attempting to breathe under the dirt.
I need a real doctor to help him give birth.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good usage of the doctor roll. Roll me doctor minus. What's your doctor at
Baby
130?
comes out. It needs
It's
some
not a
milk.
terribly difficult thing,
really
considering
not.
doctors have been doing that for hundreds of years.
It's really not difficult. Minus 50.
Centuries.
Because it's an average difficulty. Yeah, you do it with flying colors. You can't see any of this, but man, you've read a lot. No, okay. You have felt a lot of books about how to give birth.
You forced Ace to read a lot of books about giving birth.
Yeah, he
And I'm
knows.
still doing this looking as intimidating as what I did to Krampus.
I just look at her doing this as in her scary mode. I'm like, kid, if you're gonna keep this up, whatever pops out is gonna be crawling back in terror.
Which is funny considering what is actually about to happen. You guys are gonna be a little confused.
Oh, the egg itself will punch its way back inside.
It just pops out being like, I'm free. See Sasuke. Oh fuck, take me back.
No, you guys don't realize then, I guess, that Deathclaws lay eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The inside the egg will scream. Okay.
Tries
Um,
to patch up
thing
the
to-
egg again.
A note though.
Huh?
Does this work? Like, how exactly does this work? Does this work as in it's fertilized then laid, or is it work as in it's laid and then fertilized?
I believe it would be.
It was internally fertilized because
Yeah.
later on, because before this in the series, Winchester had a run-in with another Deathclaw.
Yeah, but also none of you seem to know what the actual.
I don't know
canon
how.
of Valhalla is.
I don't know how Deathclaws reproduce.
I don't know how that happened. I'm just besides. Winchester is a special type of Deathclaw because, for one thing, he is a Deathclaw that really shouldn't actually exist because of canon.
Yeah,
I'm going.
but it doesn't matter what you are because what the thing that fucked you is a
Deathclaw.
normal ass Deathclaw.
I'm going to.
The way I'm seeing it is that, like,
So if it's fertile, if
like a
it's
mixture.
hatched and or laid, I guess, and then fertilized, it wouldn't have a penis.
Well, the way
It wouldn't need one.
this
It would
is
have a
kind of
cloaca still.
This is kind of slightly homebrewing it for a different sense in my head of how it happened. It's kind of like a mixture of both mammal and however they did whatever
Lizard.
the thing is called for the egg one. Where it's like it was like, it was a fetus in him for a few days, for like for half of the time, and then the egg started to form around it to protect it when it came out, so it could finish.
Oh, that's
it could
horrifying.
go, like,
Not how those work.
Quick question. Wait. Question. You, what kind of animal is this Deathclaw based on?
Jackson's chameleon.
A chameleon. So chameleons have, when they lay their eggs, they were fertilized internally. So
Okay.
chameleons
So
do
either
the
way, it's
do
still-
and
yeah, so-
fertilize their eggs
so-
inside of themselves, and then
And that answers the question. Then.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so then,
Yeah.
yeah, so it still works this way then. Good.
Yeah. So
you guys are talking to somebody who wanted to be a vet for 90% of their life.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the egg pops out after 20 long, strenuous, painful.
Big ass egg that you swear his
Is it
legs
the
should
same
not
size
have.
as me?
I mean,
Actually, probably. Yeah, it's probably around your size. It's probably like a 2-foot egg.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like about the size of your torso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Don't worry, Pocket. It's okay.
So finally, okay, but here's the thing though, Sin. is that the only one?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't know how many of them produce, but I'm just on GM roulette. I'd say it's just don't produce one. Just because
So Winchester
From the
just
messages
finally.
I've seen, it's usually like 1 to 3.
Yeah.
He looks over, he sees an egg, and he's like, passes out.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so you now have 2 unconscious party members. You have a party member who's terrified in L1. You have a blind party member who's attempting to deal with the fact that she just helped a lizard give birth. And you have a man who wishes he was dead.
I look at the egg, I stand up, and over my shoulder call out, "Hey, courier, you down for omelets?"
No. No.
Do I
No.
really
We're
want to
not.
know where this egg
No.
came from?
No. No. Fuck you. No.
I just look down at Sasuke. What?
You try to hurt this egg, and I will scramble your brain and eat it for breakfast.
I could just see Sasuke.
Joke's on you.
Like, you know,
I've gotta have one of those first.
I just love the idea that Sasuke picks up this egg that's almost as big as herself, and she's just holding it away from Ace. Doesn't even.
I'm
like,
trying to, yes.
You attempt to, and you're just kind of nudging it around. You can't really lift this thing, so you're just kind of pushing it away from it.
I'm trying to keep it warm by hugging it. Cause incubation and shit. So I'm like hugging it and trying to keep it warm while I have my back facing Ace while trying to protect the egg with my fragile little body.
Oh god. Hey Krampus, do me a favor. Now that the screaming is done, roll me perception +1.
Mm-hmm.
As you pull your head out of the ground and look around, the screaming having finished. God damn it. You see a tiny midget, a tiny elf, and an egg. I don't know what you do with this information. That's up to you. But that's what you see. You see a tiny elf hugging an egg.
Christmas egg.
Is it Easter already?
Oh no.
Oh no, roll me intelligence.
Load up, Krampus. There we go.
No.
If it's Easter, and that's the egg, Ron's not a reindeer. He's an Easter bunny.
Oh
Dun, dun, dun,
no!
dun. Liar.
Hold on, though. Does he know that it came out of Winston?
That's a
no.
good question.
No.
That's a good
His
question.
head was
His
in
head
the
was
ground.
Oh no.
His head was
Oh no. With that intelligence, no, you wouldn't think that
no,
Ron's
I'm
the
hugging
Easter
it.
bunny.
I
hugging
think I know what he would think. The Easter bunny is around, so he's hunting for the Easter bunny.
That's actually a good point. Roll me intelligence +3.
He would think the Easter bunny's
Please.
around.
He has
Stop.
two
Stop.
options here that he could be thinking of.
Please, no,
Depending on how
not me.
stupid he
I'm a
is.
baby.
I know what.
Oh my god. Alright, you got the better option of the two. The other, if you had rolled a negative, you would think that the tiny elf was the Easter bunny. But no. You think it's around. You thought you could hear it. It was stomping around. And now you're looking out for dinner.
He's like,
I thought I killed you. Where is it?
and like that, he's gonna run to them and say,
Where is Easter Bunny?
Come within 5 feet of this egg, Krampus, and you will know what the inside of your ass looks like.
he picks
I
up Saya.
completely ignore her.
No,
and
I'm
look up and-
intimidating you to not get close.
Alright, roll detection again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
Damn it. Let me see.
I don't think you could beat that, but I could be wrong.
Nope.
No.
He goes to
You're
the next best person. Winchester.
Hey, buddy. It went over
Goes-
that way, and I point over here.
Oh, where was it? Oh, there. Pulls out his motherfucking axe. Where are you?
Jesus Christ.
Runs over, smashing this whole garden to pieces.
Oh my
I turn my
God.
attention back to Sasuke. What the hell are you gonna do with this egg?
I'm gonna raise it like a baby.
You are too young to be a mother.
Raise a baby.
It's a him. And I point down at Winston.
Even though I literally just laid an
Yeah,
egg, a very real female.
but
Uh-huh.
but I want baby.
Sasuke, listen to
I'll
me.
take care of it. I promise.
Listen to me. One of him is bad enough. I don't want a combination of him and you running around.
But it would be so smart. It would be so smart.
I mean, this actually probably would be true. It would be like a perfect. It would be
Actually,
the perfect
canonically speaking,
Deathclaw.
if an intelligent Deathclaw, this is actually something that's in canon. If
Mhm.
an intelligent Deathclaw and a regular Deathclaw have a baby, it's just a regular Deathclaw. It's not intelligent.
Interesting. You could have an attack dog.
Actually, Sin,
You guys hear Krampus?
I look
Where's
down
the
at
milk?
Winchester
God.
and kind of like I pull out boot knife and kind of poke him a little bit just to see how deep it goes in.
Oh my God.
And then I
What?
shrug. What's another meat shield? And I just start walking away with my booze.
Jesus Christ.
but also remember, you guys.
Call back. You're the one feeding it.
All right.
What was that,
Okay,
Winchester?
I'm still hugging you.
Just a thing though. These guys, what these guys don't know is that the Deathclaw that fucked him wasn't actually a wild Deathclaw to an extent. It
It was
an
actually. Technically, it was wild. It's not an intelligent Deathclaw. It was an actual Deathclaw. It was just a tamed Deathclaw, which unfortunately is still wild. But yeah, it is a terrifying beast.
Okay, so
Hmm?
I need to know this because Winchester is a mutated Deathclaw. Technically,
Mhm.
he was once a person mutated into a Deathclaw.
Yeah.
So he would still have, to an extent, human biology, still like human DNA within him.
Mhm.
That would have translated over to the Deathclaw, yes.
It would not have created a human baby inside of an egg. No.
No, I mean, like, wouldn't it be a proper hybrid?
No, because you're... Okay, so most of your DNA would be Deathclaw
Mhm.
with very little deviation, and then all of the father's DNA is straight up Deathclaw.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
See-
there's very little, if any, human
Mhm.
in this baby.
Well,
There would be a
either
lot
way-
of what's the word? Not suppressed.
Oh.
Redundant?
Uh.
No. It's like when recessive. There'd be a lot of recessive human genes, but all the dominant genes would be Deathclaw from both sides.
True, yeah.
So technically, if you manage to
Well,
do
either
it
way,
in the
the way that
future
it
in like
goes-
50 years, you could technically change this Deathclaw into a human in the same way that you would turn from human to Deathclaw. That's
But it would still
horrifying.
have the intelligence of a Deathclaw
Yeah.
in a human body, which isn't very useful for anything.
Yeah.
The way I see it though, because if I'm right with lizards in a sense, especially like we mostly the way it's seen with things that hatch from eggs,
Mhm.
especially with animals and stuff, they imprint on the first thing they see.
Oh, yeah.
So if they see Winchester and Sasuke, that's its parents. It won't
Mhm.
fight against them, but it's also been around these other human people, so it's not, so it would know like, oh, even as a wild animal, humans are good. Humans I can be around humans, don't attack them.
It would
Yeah.
probably be trained in the same way you would train a dog.
Yeah.
So whoever
Could be
is the
any
first
animal.
one it imprints on would be effectively what its mother would be, and then everything else it would have to be trained to be around them. If you have a puppy and it has a nice loving family for many years as it grows up, it won't attack the family, but other humans
You
when they
have to
walk
make the
in,
distinction too between types of creatures,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of reptiles, I'm pretty sure canonically Deathclaw is included,
Mm-hmm.
they basically hatch out of the egg and they're pure carnivore.
Ooh.
It's like alligators, where like once
gonna
they're
raise an
once they're big
alligator?
enough to catch their own food,
Mm-hmm.
the mother completely
Leaves it.
just and will
Interesting.
eat them if the
Oh God.
babies enter the territory of the mother again.
That could be dangerous.
An alligator, guys.
Well, with Winchet.
That could be dangerous. That could be interesting.
Although
That could
then
be
again
dangerous.
too, if you tame it and train it from birth
Mm-hmm.
or hatching,
I mean,
then
this is
that will be
technically
overwritten.
going to be, in a sense, it's technically going to be raised in captivity by technicality.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
From a very young age, it will be conditioned to be like humans, don't attack, anything else, kill. But also we'll have to. But the weird thing is though, like
Mm-hmm.
the
Your
way-
little
the
party
weird part-
specifically, it would probably think like don't attack, like kind of family structure.
Everyone can train it to be like or it's either wait for like one of its families' signals to be able to attack. Otherwise, it'll just sit there growling at anyone that comes near.
Yeah, it would be like a guard dog or a hunting dog.
Yeah, like a
Because
wolf pack.
unless we actually give it the signal to attack, it won't. It probably won't attack.
It could be interesting. See how you guys raise it. I'll be
Because this is actually in canon. In Fallout 4, they do have a radio signal thing that you can build to pacify Deathclaws and literally get them like send a signal to them to be able to only attack specific targets. This was actually legit in Fallout 4.
Yeah, but that's like radio wave. First of all, that's semi-canon. I'm not sure that it's full canon. And second, it's like radio waves interfering with the neurology.
The actual video games, I would consider it
networks.
Considering,
Well, yeah, but it's DLC content.
True.
And some of that is non-canon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean,
well,
I always picture at least Far Harbor and the Mechanist stuff.
Yeah, but it's not from either of those. It's from the
yeah, it's from the
miscellaneous system or like building system.
Thing, yeah.
Man, this episode is taking a turn.
It really
Hi.
Most of us.
Not letting you guys gonna get anywhere near his baby because now the mother is activated.
Yeah.
I have an idea. I'm gonna look up at Jack. Hey, about that milk, I say while doing the quotation mark hand thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? What about it?
Do you really think it cured you?
You are not about to do what I think you're about to do.
You're not here yet. Shut up.
You bastard!
I mean, all the bacteria that's in that stuff, I have. If nothing died on contact, it'll be out of the body within a short period of time. I'm pretty sure.
All I need to know. I stand up. He left the milk like sitting right around here. Didn't
Yeah, he kind of like put down and then ran away, dug his head into a thing. Now he's looking for the Christmas, the Easter bunny as he breaks this shit.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Oh dear.
Step here.
Uh-huh.
Open Winchester's mouth.
Oh.
Put both of my fingers in his nose.
Oh.
So that it blocks out the nostrils. And start pouring about half of what's left down his throat.
Why though?
And I'm gonna lift his head up so that he'll swallow it.
It goes down. He is too many levels of unconscious to get back up from that. But man, when he gets back up, that taste.
Precautionary measures.
Yeah.
And I put the stuff back down, wipe my hands on my pants, and go back to my booze.
Alright, cool. So the only person who even could in theory be infected at the moment would be Sasuke. And that's depending on if it can block the radiation.
If was properly friggin' infected or not. He might have not have actually been.
Yeah. But now he guaranteed is not.
I'm actually gonna stop. Turn around to Sasuke. Hey Sasuke, you're used to bitter medicine.
You come near me with that fucking bottle and I will murder you.
Well, you see, about that, if you don't
fucking
drink
do it. Don't you do it.
you might die.
I would rather die than drink whatever the fuck Krampus put in there.
As she says that, the casual smirk that's typically on Ace's face vanishes.
Ooh.
And Sasuke, you can hear in his voice, he's become notably more serious. Like when he was scolding you after the interaction. Jab, serious. And I say, never say that again.
I'm not drinking that. I have a cure. I'm not drinking whatever the fuck that is.
And if your cure doesn't work?
It will work. I know it will.
Fine, I'll let you try. But if it doesn't work, and you don't come up with a better option, you're drinking this.
Fine.
I
store the milk. God.
I seal the milk, like airtight seal the milk.
There's a crunching noise as the bottle cap kind of goes back into place around the dried substance.
I choke back my gag reflex and I put it away. And I take one of the bottles that only has like a few sips of alcohol left. And I tap Sasuke in the shoulder with it.
Yeah? What do you want now?
Here, you've earned this much.
I'm the only sober one here that can deal with Krampus at the moment.
First of all, I'm not that drunk yet. Second of all,
it's true.
You're fucking lying. I'm gonna detection that shit.
Looks at Jap literally being so drunk he's out cold in a pile of boozy, watery mess.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm not drunk.
He's tipsy, but he's not drunk.
I'm
still...
I'm my standard level of alcohol intake right now.
You can tell he is within working conditions of a normal person's being able to function. Just in this case, that's typically when he's tipsy.
I don't want to drink it. I'm fine with the water that I have.
That's a first. Alright, I'll say I never offered. I turn around, start drinking as I walk away.
Jesus.
I drain the bottle and toss it. But yeah.
I may joke around sometimes about taking your alcohol and trying to drink it, that and the other thing. But I don't actually want to ever drink that stuff. I don't want to become like them.
I know you don't, kid. I'm gonna walk away.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna crawl onto Winchester's back and take out the Kevlar strip that we have, the Kevlar that we have, and put it over the egg, and then like try and like curl around the egg. But I'm not gonna.
It's gonna be made of Kevlar.
God. Alright, well, hopefully you guys all enjoyed this. If you guys did, follow just click the follow button so you can see when we do our random Sleepless Gamer live streams late at night. And feel free to come back every Saturday at 7 p.m. PST, I do believe. We're going to have a nice little changeover for overlays here soon, so you guys be able to see your days a little bit better. But until then, we'll see what happens. So I will see all of you fine folks next time. Bye.
How are we not dead?
Do not know.
That.